Hey, how's it going? Guy in the shed again. Back on this tank right here, let me show you a couple of things. Because the object was to show you how to save the decal, right? And do your own pattern up here. And if you can see, see that little chip? You can see this mapping out area? That's, so you can see that mapping out? That's where it broke through the clear coat. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to tape off this blue. I might just tape off the silver and eliminate the blue. And but anyway, I'm gonna show you flatten down this primer. There's no real dents or nothing like that, but I'm gonna block it 600 up to about this edge right here. Here's all 1200 down. And yeah, let's do that. Okay, 600. Light it up. I'm just getting the roughness off it and the edges. Make it a nice base for the paint. Because it was actually on another video that I had to break through. This was pretty badly scratched tank. I bought it used. It was not on the bike when I had it. Like somebody had it kicking around in the shed. Right, and I thought, okay, this will work. It cost like 40 bucks, I think. This will work for a demonstration, you know? So you're using the block just on the mainly flat area. I'm going to show you that technique. Looking for little pinholes, any you know, scratches or anything like that. Okay, this is an area right here where you can see the orange peel. Let me bring you all down and have a look at this. Okay, hold on a second. I've got my phone on charge too. Okay, get a shot of that. Okay, see, here it's smooth where I've been blocking. That's actually pretty rough right there. Here it is smooth. That's super smooth. Here, orange peel. Get the rubber pad. This is rougher. It's like an orange peel, and up here is smooth. See, it's orange peel there also. So we're gonna get that next. What you're looking for is the primer base is just pretty much going to look like a really nice paint job, like a clear coat, nice flat clear coat, which is what we're going to go for the clear coat too. All right, I got my rubber pad. I just cut this pad up. Can't even remember where it came off of. But just remember, no fingers. Let me wrap this up. Using the pad, not your fingers. You can use it pulling action. This is a good method to not going around like that, okay, and not digging in the corner. Pull away from it. Not using a lot of pressure. I'm just letting the pad glide in there. I'm not using my fingers again, kind of stressed out enough. Now I'm going over this nice and light. No water, soapy water. I don't have water in the shed. I've got to go up to the hose. I can't be bothered doing that. So this is pretty dirty water, but this is not surgery, okay? You got to pay attention to detail. I mean, you can get away with that. Right, so the plan is here, I'm going to hit it with matte black. I'm going to tape off the side decal. So you're going to be going for perfection, or as close as you can get. I just want to show you the process. All right, like I said before, you can use your 600. This is a bit worn out. I'm gonna put another 600 in there. What else? I got another one. I'll put the 1200 in there too. I'm gonna fold it over. I'm gonna pat over the whole thing. So this is even less. So it's like an old 600, which is pretty much an 800. Padding it, not pushing. The reason I'm not using the pad now is because I've got these little corners to get in, you see? Using the flat of my hand. Right, groove, and around the groove. I'm going to use a bit of Scotch-Brite for that. Bit of red Scotch-Brite. This stuff wears down too. It doesn't stay the same the whole forever. So this is a used red Scotch-Brite. Alright. See the soap. I'm just giving it a nice etch all over. Alright. Pretty much going down to the decal now with the red Scotch-Brite. But anything below that blue line is 1200. Same on this side, 1200. Because I'm going to just clear coat over that. You're going to see the decal. Alright, so now we're going to dry it off. So I've cleaned it off and I've put some lining tape on there, but I haven't gone right up to the edge because I can sand that edge. I'm just going to dust coat the primer. I mean the matte black on there. Alright. Okay, so I'm using plastic. You can use anything. Paper. I mean, newspaper is not a thing anymore, right? Not really, but... So... Get that protected. Now do the same for the other side. So fine lining tape. And we're just going to dust it over here. Might come down there a bit, but we'll be able to sand it out. Alright, so what I did here was, I'm doing the same, covering up that blue line. I decided I was going to save the line. Actually, I was thinking, why am I even doing all this extra work to save it? I could have been on the other part. But this is going to show you that you can save stuff, okay? So it's quite important. Because getting a decal redone must be expensive. I don't know how much it is. But anyway, and right here, this white line is a finer tape. Because I have that broken through clear coat right there I showed you earlier. I'm going to dust some black on that. Alright, so let's go ahead and tape it up. And we'll get on to throw some black on there. Alright, for this part, decided to come out into the great outdoors. Gonna give it one more hit with glass cleaner. Or you would use some kind of degreaser normally in a professional setting. But as you can see, this is professional, but we're in the shed. Again, every little piece of dried out, the water. I mean, you got to be detailed here. You cannot paint over dirt. You also can't let it fall off the stand, because that would be like worse than going backwards, wouldn't it? Go further over. And this is a flimsy table. That's all right. Okay, it's on there. And get your tack rag. If any dust or, if a leaf falls on it, because we've got trees all around us, we can sand stuff out. You can always fix stuff, okay? For a nice smooth surface, dirt-free, lint-free. We're gonna hit it. And this is super high-end, quick color, all-purpose, fast drying, flat black paint, about $6 a can from Walmart. I shook it up a bit before, but make sure you get, you know, everybody knows you're supposed to shake them up, and we're always in a rush, right? All right, so dust coats. Looking transparent. The reason I'm going like this is because I just want dust going down to the, I want coverage over the primer. And I want dust going down to the fine line tape. We're not talking about flooding it, we're just dusting it. I can see it drying already. All right, and that one bad part where they broke through the clear coat and I put that fine lining tape, let that dry. And I got some areas down here, right, that I just want to get color on it. They were like little chips that I didn't want to, I couldn't be bothered doing that. This is a demonstration right here. And the main demonstration is saving the decal and taking out the top scratches, right, and making a new base for a fine lining tape. All right, and everybody is in a hurry to, like, I want to do some more, but you can see it drying right now. Okay, just let it dry. 5-7 minutes, that kind of ballpark. All right, we're touch dry. Any little flecks? See, that's like a chip or something. We're gonna dust that in. All right, nothing major wrong. Gonna dust it again. Am I wearing a mask right now? No, I should be. I just realized that. But I mean, I can't smell it. Wear a mask! What the hell? I was just talking about the safety and wearing masks in the last video. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Is that what the saying is? All right, it's important. See that area right there? This is like sealing it in because the thinner in here, right? The paint thinner and the edge of the breakthrough of the clear coat. When it gets real thin like that, that can start eating into the clear coat edge, and that'll give you a pickled up effect. So it's really important to put it on dry. Because, you know, if you put it on wet, that's more thinner in there to eat up at the edge of the clear coat. Don't want that. And here we're just putting color on. Remember them little scratches I said I was gonna just paint over. All right, let it dry. Don't rush it. Patience. All right, I was thinking about it while we're waiting between coats and stuff. This is the plan, right? The top of the tank, there's the gas cap. So we're matte black, and I've got here, do your matte black, then some line tape, right? I'm gonna probably go with the thick. Then that's gonna stay on there, okay? Till it's time for clear coat. So I've done the matte black. So this, wherever this goes, that's gonna be a black line on the tank. Next color, I'm gonna go with blue. Then line tape that. So whatever I line over the blue, it's going to keep the blue. Remember the back, so the only black then is going to be where I have that first line tape. So drawing out a plan like this is important. And then I've got gold, so I'm going to go with gold after that. The actual, this is not the actual print, but just to give you an idea, have it written out what color you're going to save, because wherever the tape goes, that's what you're saving. I'm going to use that blue, that gold, and what else was I going to use? Maybe some of that wheel paint silver. I might even mix some of the silver in with the blue. All right, so you got a little plan. All right, third coat, and you can see how little paint there is on that edge right there, right? Stuff from this side this time. You can check again for dust and stuff, but it's clear. There's no wind or nothing. Going a bit heavier this time because it's sealed in. You get the idea? I have to start using my thumb. This is getting a bit... I've been working at my index finger. Yeah, I can't do it left-handed. See, it's starting to spit right there. Check this out. It's starting to spit because it's on my finger. Right, so got to kind of clean that. If I had a rag, I would, but I'm in a hurry. I'm in a hurry. It said don't be in a hurry. Don't rush it, right? Don't be in a hurry. So we're gonna 1200 this before we tape it. You remember, 1200. You can clear coat over it. And that's what this is gonna get in the end. All right. All right, so we've got the black on. Gonna let that dry for a day or two, and then move on to the pinstriping and painting, then clear coat. Try to get the last part done in one video. All right, have a good one. Appreciate it. So like it and subscribe if you want. Thank you.